I feel great because I love when Kim touch my booty.
Yo, welcome Jokers, it's Original here, and today I'm going to be talking about our first ever glitter shoot. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Joker and I've been doing video production for over 10 years, shooting everything from party and event recaps to weddings, music videos, you name it. Now, recently I moved to Germany from Jamaica, and together with my wife Kim Bashi, we've been shooting cinematic concept videos of these beautiful women, making them feel sexy, confident, and empowered. Now, this YouTube channel is just gonna be a little bit of a behind the scenes look of what goes on into preparations for these productions, what goes on behind the scenes during the production, and maybe even a little bit about the editing process. So like I said, this was our first glitter shoot, and my God, I was so happy with the results. So we knew we wanted to do a full body nude glitter shoot, but we had no idea how to execute it. Luckily though, there was this great video online by Vagabond Vlogs, and he showed you exactly how to do it, listing everything you would need and even showing 2 different methods of applying the glitter on the body. That video was really helpful. So shout out to Vagabond Blogs. So after that video, the next step was getting inspiration. Of course, he gave me a couple ideas, but normally what I like to do is go on Pinterest and various places online and create a vision board that I can then share with the model, and we can discuss the plans for the shoot. Now on this vision board, there's going to be inspiration for lighting, there's also going to be inspiration for poses, and there's going to be inspiration for settings. Now that doesn't mean that every single picture that I find is going to have all of these elements. It's just so that we can pull what we need from each picture. Now after talking with the model and discussing everything we're going to do, then it's finally time for me to take the next steps, going more in depth into a shot list and a storyboard of what we're gonna do on the day. That was really important for this shoot because we rented a studio and we only booked it for 2 hours, so everything had to be precise and on point. Yeah, but unfortunately, things don't always go as planned. Because first of all, when we arrived at the address, we could not find the studio. That got me a little bit stressed, but the studio was freaking huge. It was a great space, a great location. Only thing is that here in Germany, a big open space also means it's gonna be cold. Now there was one heater, but the thing about that is that was this huge fan that was blowing, making a lot of noise, and you really could only get warm if you went close to it. Now this was not good because especially doing a nude shoot, you need your model to be comfortable. So that was the first mistake. We could have actually rented extra heaters to keep the room more warm for the model. But anyways, while Hannah put on the last touches of her makeup, Kim and I went and put down some plastic on the white backdrop that we will be shooting at because we did not want any of the glitter to mess up the place, you know? Next was to apply the glitter. And after seeing Vagabond's video, I knew that I wanted some shots of just the lower body, like sort of a glitter kind of vibe. And so before Kim could apply the glitter, Hannah had to put on some body tape, which I got. I'm gonna admit, I did not get the right body tape. Yeah, because even the tape was not sticking to her body. But you know, we're already here, and so the shoot must go on. So the first thing I decided is that we're gonna shoot up on the stairs. And then while I was taking the pictures, I was just thinking to myself, oof, there's just something about these. It doesn't look really good. It doesn't look like how I imagined it, right? And it wasn't until I actually turned off the huge fill light, which was providing way too much light, and only kept on the accent light, that I finally started liking the results. Then it was darker, it was more moody. Hannah didn't actually have a golden t-shirt like we saw in the Vagabond vlogs, so we had to do it with only skin. Still, I like how it turned out, and then we were done with the lower body. Next was the second setup, which was on the white background. Now for this one, I had 2 fluorescents in the softbox, hidden from either angles in front. And again, I was taking pictures, I was doing the videos, and it felt so wrong because because I have this beautiful model, Hannah, in front of me. She's covered in glitter. This should look freaking epic. But it just looked weird on this white background. And so I put an orange accent light on the side. It was starting to look a little bit better. And Kim was doing her thing, you know, encouraging Hannah, all of that. We got some really nice shots. They weren't my favorite from the shoot, but I realized that whenever I showed a little bit of the studio in the background, because there were pepper lights there because it was Christmas time and it was darker in that area, so Hannah popped out more. Whenever I showed that background, that was when I was really loving those results. Now, even though Vagabond said to use 2 bottles of glitter, I only got 1 because I didn't think we would need that much, seeing as the plan wasn't to shoot full body from head to toe. But still, Kim struggled a little bit with the glitter in the end. I had a feeling that this might be a problem, and so I had went out and bought some smaller packets of glitter. But these didn't really help so much as they were different colors and much finer than the glitter that we had initially. Still, what I think was my absolute favorite part of the shoot was when Kim took some glitter in her hand and did a big smack on Hannah's butt with glitter exploding in slow motion. That was such a cool shot, way too explicit to show here, of course. We didn't even show that on Instagram. And action. Yeah, that's looking better. But of course, you can see that on the Patreon, link in the description. Finally, Hannah had to wash off the glitter, and this was by far the coolest setup I've ever seen. Like, even when I was trying to find references beforehand, there was almost nothing online of a nude woman in glitter with the rain pouring down. I think there were only 2 or 3 references I got, and they were all from the same photographer. So I was really excited to do this one. I started off with putting a warm light up against the windowsill to kind of mimic the sun setting and to give Hannah this nice glow and in her hair light. And then I put another LED in front really low just to bring up the light back into her face. Then she turned on the water, let it warm up a little bit, started washing it off. First did it slowly, just, you know, touching her hands. It was looking so sick. And then we got a little bit more sensual, washing her breasts and her booty. And my God, these shots were so epic. You have to check out the results in the full video on the Patreon. But this made it all worth it. Like, the whole time I was stressed because we were late, because a lot of things were going wrong in the shoot. I tried not to let it show so much, but it was at this point in the shoot where I think I was finally fully myself and fully giving it my all. Funny how this usually happens near the end of the shoot. Yeah, you're gonna have to go on your knees basically. At this point, we had already passed 2 hours, so we were now running into overtime. So we had to get these shots fast because we needed time to clean up. And oh my God, cleanup was such a fucking mess. Now, if this is another lesson that we learned from this glitter shoot, is that we should put a tarp and plastic everywhere, like everywhere. Because the glitter that I got came in different sizes. There were these big chunks of glitter that just would not go down the drain. Based on how the drainage system worked, it didn't allow bigger particles to go down. And so the whole shower was clogged, and we had to spend most of the cleanup time just picking up all the fucking glitter and hair and junk from the last people that showered the last time. Oh, it was just a freaking mess. Next time I know I will only go with fine glitter, not this mixed shit. But all in all, the pictures came out great, the photos came out great, and now it was time to edit the video. Usually what we do is we edit a short PG version for Instagram and then a longer horizontal, the way it should be, video for Patreon. Now the real version on IG, the vertical one, usually go with some trendy or popular music because you can actually use Instagram Reels audio to protect from copyright. At the time I was listening to Bia Millions, and so that was the vibe I was getting from this, especially because, you know, it's glitter, it feels rich. So that was it for the Reels video. And then for the Patreon video, what I do is I go to Artlist and I try and find a song there that I can use. I prefer the ones with lyrics because I love editing to lyrics. And I think I just searched like glitter or something like that. And this real cool pop song came up. I knew it was exactly Hannah's vibe because on the way to the studio in the car, she played me a song that she said she really liked and that had a similar feeling, similar vibe. It was like cutesy, sexy. So that's the song I chose for the Patreon video. Again, link is in the description if you want to check that out. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about a kinky BDSM shoot I did with a stripper and her literal slave. That's something you don't want to miss, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Big up, my jokers.